There are good coaches.
This is going to be primarily working in this straight up and down range of motion, which isn't a bad exercise at all. The way that we're gonna really work to enhance our hip control that's gonna help us develop stronger and healthier knees is we're gonna turn this into a little bit of a rotational exercise.
And then there are not so good coaches.
A common sense nutrition advice. Fat people are sugar junkies. Fat people are food addicts. Fat people are sick people. So if you wanna stop being fat and sick, stop living to eat and start eating to fucking live.
Good coaches?
Well, meeting people's hard. Going up to somebody that you think, rules the roost is hard to do because you're afraid to maybe make yourself vulnerable and walk away from a situation like, wow, that just went south. But if you do it enough, you get used to it. Our life's about reps, right? Our weight room job is to almost make people fail sometimes. So failures are a huge part of my life.
Not so good coaches.
Oh, did you need motivation to go to the gym today? Because, bitch, I got you. One, do you want to be the hot X? Oh, you do want to be the hot X. You know the one that got away? You know the one where they look at you and they're like, damn, I really fumbled that bag. Go to the gym. 2, summer, bikini season, beach season. Yeah, that's like 6 weeks away. Yeah, no, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 3, do you get winded when you walk up a flight of stairs? Like you walk up a flight of stairs and you're like, yeah, that's not normal, babe. That's not good for your heart health.
In my intro video, my friend Paul Kenny commented and asked, what if you didn't have access to a quality coach? So I thought I would make a video and basically show Paul that they are out there, believe it or not. You have to sift through the muck a little bit. Sift through the muck?
All right, who does he think he is?
I'm your king.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
This is sort of a beginner lesson, but I think it's one that's often overlooked, which is how can we find a good coach or programmer in our area or online? I will keep reiterating this fact. Please do not hire your coach or trainer based off of how they look.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
You are interested in how their clients look or how their clients feel or their client's success. Just because their body looks good does not mean that they are a qualified coach. Let's take, for example, Tudor Bompa. Tudor Bompa was a legend in the programming field. Tudor Bompa does not have the best body. When you're out there searching for a coach, I would usually also stay away from someone when you go into their bio and it's all about their fitness journey.
I don't care.
I don't care if your little kitty cat came up and told you that you needed to become a personal trainer. What I care about is how have you helped others? Are you certified? Are you educated? These are the things that matter. Let's talk about certifications for a second. Certifications, sorting through them is a little bit like that scene in A Beautiful Mind, you know, where he's trying to like crack the code and you're just getting like really confused by all the letters. There's the NASM CPT and the ISSA CPT and the NSCA CSCS, and what does any of this actually mean? And the reality is that you're not going to know, and you're probably not going to care either. So while you might want to see a list of certifications under your coach, you're also not guaranteeing that they're going to be of a high quality. I've actually seen coaches online saying something like Tough Mudder finisher. Congratulations, you signed up for something and finished it. Yay! Just one quick example. An NSCA CSCS is a highly respected certification. You need to have a college degree in order to get the certification. And most people that end up getting it work in colleges, universities, but you will sometimes see trainers with this certification. But are you going to remember that? Absolutely not. On the other hand, you have something like the ISSA CPT, which requires an open book exam to get your certification.
But you know what the worst part of all is? I never learned to read.
A good coach will always have a plan. If you walk in with your trainer or coach and the first thing they do is they say something like, let's go over here. run. You need to run away. That person does not have a plan, and every coach and trainer should have a plan for you. A quality coach or trainer will have a very comprehensive, almost annoying intake form. They're going to want to know everything about you. They're going to want to know past injuries. They're going to want to know what your goals are. They're going to want to know maybe like basic biometric stuff. But they are going to have a form that you don't want to fill out. It's going to be kind of like, it's just going to be very long. But that's a sign of a good coach or a good trainer. A huge red flag is unwillingness to make modifications. Someone who is insisting that you do something. So, hey, I want you to squat. The squat is the best movement in the world. Well, my knee hurts when I squat. No, trust me, you can do it. And these trainers exist everywhere.
Hold it. Hold and release. And release. Too much?
I just felt a straining, a tightness in the front of my ass.
Well, you are pretty tight down there. You have to...
Something snapped in my ass.
I'm going to check in with my office. I'll be right back. When we do, we're going to work on opening those hips.
Good coaches and trainers can make a modification for anything. So if you tell them that something hurts, knee, back, shoulder, it doesn't matter. A good trainer can work around that to help you. I am known as a coach who has a little bit of an issue with complimenting.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Why don't you leave her alone, Jimmy?
Oh, you zip it, Doris.
So my weak spot is complimenting my clients, but what is more dangerous is when you have a coach or a trainer who is always telling you that you're doing a good job, because you're not. There is no way that you're getting 100% on every exam. There's always going to be something that can be fixed, can be improved. And so if they're always just telling you that you're doing great work, to me, that is a huge red flag.
Step, tap, got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Walk, you got it, yeah. Oh yeah. Nice job, everybody.
When you go in and you meet with a new coach, you need to be asking them some questions. And here are the ones that I guess I would sort of put at the top of my list. The first question you're going to want to ask is, how long have you been coaching others or training others? If the answer is something like, well, I just got out of school, or I just got my certification a month ago, let someone else be their guinea pig. Do not start with a new trainer. And I apologize to new trainers, and I was one at one point, but they just make mistakes. And they need more time with people, and let them figure out how to get the clients, and don't be their first client. Just trust me on this one. A second question that I might ask them is, give me an example of a success that you've had with a client. And again, that's going to align with your goals. So if it's a body goal, you might want to see some progress pictures. If it's a functional goal, you might want to hear a story about that. But you don't want someone who doesn't have those. And good coaches and trainers, they can actually sort of tell you stories all day where you'll get bored because they're so excited about training that they want to share that with you. And good trainers have had lots of successes, and they're very happy to share that. A sneaky question I might ask is, do you have a favorite coach, or do you have a favorite book about training? Even though you will not know the correct answer to this, all you want to do is see that coach immediately answer and get really excited because it's what they love. And a newer trainer will get a little tripped up by that. If you have zero experience with training, you are going to have to bite the bullet and spend some money. I cannot believe how many people are willing to pay $9.99 a month or $15 a month for some online program. They don't know much about who the programmer is. And then more important is they don't really know how to move, and they're trying to follow a video in order to figure out how to move. If it's a complex movement, that's a total disaster. If it's a simple movement like a squat, it still can be a little bit of a disaster.
2, getting higher, building the momentum.
Up we go and dive. Up, dive through and up. So what we're doing right now is we're hinging at the waist. Look through your legs, reach through like you're gonna slam the weight into the wall behind you.
That is a kettlebell swing, and it is one of the easiest movements to teach, and yet it's really bad. And so if you're buying a Jillian Michaels video or you're following a workout video on YouTube, you're trying to go the cheap route, you're setting yourself up for a lot of possible injury. You're also setting yourself up for a lack of results more than likely. I'm telling you to spend a little bit more money on fitness than you normally would. So where could you possibly, in the budget, cut something? Could it be, I don't know, like one of your 18 subscription services? I'm pretty sure that you can get rid of like AMC Plus. Although I heard that they're playing No Way Up with Colm Meaney. It's about a plane crash and then a shark shows up.
We're gonna have to find our way out. What's a shark doing on a plane?
Ava! I'm sorry, kid. You're gonna have to do this one on your own.
Let's say you have to go the cheap route. You have $15 or $20 a month to budget in with your gym membership or even at home. The first thing I would say is something that's sort of taking off right now that we want to stay away from is AI. All you have to do is type in like AI hand photos and you can see that AI hasn't quite figured out the human anatomy just yet. So I don't know that I would rely on it for a good health and fitness program. I'm sure that sooner or later AI will, get juiced up and figure it out. But for right now, I would probably stay away from those programs. Your best bet is to stay away from anything complex. So I know that there are, for example, some monthly like CrossFit programs. I would stay away from that stuff unless you really know what you're doing because they're using like highly complex movements. One suggestion I have if you don't have a lot of money is to still try to find that good coach or programmer and contact them and see if they will look at your app or your online program that you're deciding to purchase. Some coaches like myself would definitely do that. What you're gonna end up having to do is shell out probably about a half hour, so maybe $50 to the coach. They'll look at the program and they'll be able to tell you if it is worth it or how it may not fit into your goals. So you're maybe like plopping down a one-time fee to sort of set yourself up then to be able to do this program, for a year. Once you find that trainer or coach, you've tested them out and you're like, this is a good fit, you've got to give them some time. I can't tell you how many times fathers have come into my gym. They have asked me to work with their teenage boy and put on muscle. And I say, great, how long do I have? 1 month, 2 months. That is not how the human body works. And so you need to be able to commit to this coach or this trainer or this program for, I'd say, a minimum of 3 months, but probably more like 6 months to a year. If you're constantly changing your programs, you're really not going to get any better. Once you've put in your 6 months or your year, you've been dedicated, right? You're going to the gym 3 times a week at least, and you don't see any results or you don't see the results that you want. Now's the time where you need to just be okay with like cutting the cord, just walking away. There's a bunch of different coaches out there. There's a bunch of different programs, and if that one's not working for you, it's okay to walk. If any of you guys have any online programs or app programs that you want me to like look into the free trial or even pay for a month and then review them, I will absolutely do that. So that would be, put it in the comments below. Searching for a quality coach or trainer can be overwhelming. I hope I've helped out a little bit. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And don't forget about No Way Up on AMC Plus.